Good morning, all of you. So, we'll continue with our topic that is transport and communication today. Okay. So, first of all, in the last classes, we have done the flow chart of transport and communication. Then we have done what is transport, about roadways, and we have done railways. Okay. So, today we are starting with the third form of transport that is waterways. Okay. Yes, we are going to start with the waterways. Okay, and by the end of this video I am going to give you some of the question answers to do in copy also. Okay, so you must have been done with the flowchart, and after the flowchart you will be doing certain question answers for today's homework, right? Now you know what is waterways. Okay, so to transport goods and people by the way of water, that is called as waterways. Now, waterways has now become the most important form of transport over ocean. Why it is important? See, now we can find, if you go to the market, you can find so many exotic fruits and vegetables which were not actually been in the market a few years back. Okay, because they are not grown in India. They are grown in other areas because for growing them, India's climate is not suitable. Like for example, kiwi. Okay, kiwi is a fruit which is not actually grown in India, but it is has been exported from other countries. So how does this kind of trade is taking place? This trade is taking place only by the way of waterways. Okay, so we are able to transport those goods and materials which we are not able to produce from another countries, and that is possible only because of the waterways. That is the most importance of waterways, because we have other forms also, but you know that roadways and railways have their limitation. They cannot be connected to another continents. And then we have air transport also. Airways is there, but you know that airways has less of capacity and it is also very expensive. So only means of transport available to us in order to transport these bulky materials, or to produce or to transport goods in a very large quantity, the only way left for us is waterways. Okay, the second point is local passengers traffic can be found moving steamers, barges, boats on rivers and lakes. Okay, now if we do have rivers and lakes in our country. Okay, and in order to cross those rivers, lakes or canals, we need certain small boats. They are called by different names which are given here: streamers, barges and boats. Okay, they have been given different names, okay, due to their shape, but they are actually helps in crossing the rivers and lakes. Okay, they cannot be used to transport on seas and ocean because they, due to their small shape, but they are actually suitable for using or for means carrying on rivers and lakes. Fine. Then the third point is huge ships, ocean liners, oil tankers and trawlers ply on seas and oceans. While we have boat, barge and steamers to move on rivers and lakes, but they cannot be used on big ocean, seas and ocean because they are very vast. So in order to in seas and oceans, we have huge ships, ocean liners. They are actually big ships. They have different kind of shapes, and they are known by different shapes, different names also. We have oil tankers. Now what is the oil tanker? Oil tanker is specially designed in order to carry oil from, or to means move oil from one place to another place. You know that, so there are so many countries which are dependent upon Middle East countries like Iran and Iraq in order to transport or export oil, and that is why these specially oil tankers are used in order to export oil from these Middle East countries like Iran and Iraq. Okay, then we have most of the world trade is handled by waterways. Yes, trade. Okay, now you can say that trade can be done only by the waterways, because in trade you need to carry a lot of material. Okay, and that much capacity airways does not have. So the only way, which is or only form of transportation left, is waterways. And that is why we have two types of waterways. Okay, there are two types of waterways: inland waterways, and the second one which we are going to read today is ocean transport. Okay, Inland waterways means that those waterways which helps in carrying goods and people inside our country in order to cross the river, lakes and canals. Okay, these consist of navigable rivers, lakes and canals across which cargo and passengers are carried through mechanized boats and steamers. Okay, so inland waterways helps in navigating the rivers, lakes and canals within a continent or within a country. Okay, here I have given an example of Rhone-Rhine canal. You can see in this image, see, this is actually a small map of uh, France. Okay, in France there are two major rivers. One you can see here, Rhine river, and this river which you can see here, it is actually Rhone river. It is not mentioned in this map, but this is Rhone river, and this Saône is actually one of the tributary of the Rhone river. Okay, so here you can see two parallel rivers flowing. One is Rhone and the one is Rhine. Okay, now in order to connect Rhine river with the Rhone river, this canal has been formed. Okay, now what is a canal? What is a canal? Canal is the artificial stream of water. Okay, artificial means that it is not natural, it is man-made. And stream of water means that this river is flowing and little bit stream is actually made in order to connect this river from this river. Okay, so this is a canal. Now if you want to go from here to here, then you simply have to take a small boat or a steamer from crossing this place to towards this place. That is why this canal has been formed. So this is an example of inland waterways, right? Then after inland waterways, the second type is ocean transport. Ocean transport, you know that in order to cross an ocean or sea, we need certain type of transport that is called as ocean transport. One of the cheapest form of transport across continent is ocean transport, wherein ships carry larger load as compared to road, railway and airways and railway. Yes, if you want to carry a lot of material at the same time, then only ocean transport is possible, because these ships are so huge that they have a capacity to carry a lot of material. Okay, which is not possible in airways. Okay, because airways has less of capacity, and roadways and railways are actually not connected. You cannot connect two continents by the way of roadways and railway, which is next to impossible. Okay, some of the busiest ocean routes are the North Atlantic route. Okay, in you can see in this map the North Atlantic route has been given. Here it is North America, South America, here it is Africa and Europe. You know, between these four continents, this is your ocean, which is Atlantic Ocean. Okay, and you can see this line, this is an equatorial line, and above is North Atlantic Ocean, and here it is South Atlantic Ocean. Okay, now this route is actually called as the busiest route because a lot of trade happens between North America and Europe. Okay, so this North Atlantic route actually helps in connecting the eastern North America. You can see that this is the eastern part of North America, and this is the western part of North America. In order to connect these two, we need this Atlantic route actually helps in connecting these two big continents. Okay, so this is the example of ocean transport. Okay, after that we are going to talk about the advantages of waterways. Waterways are the cheapest and the most suitable mode of transport for bulky raw material and heavy commodities. In order to export heavy machineries, heavy equipments, or war goods from another countries, because you know that India is also exporting a lot of material to another countries, and also importing a lot of heavy machineries and equipments from other countries also. But is it possible for the airways to carry these heavy materials? No. Then the only form of transportation possible or suitable is the waterways. So that is the one advantage of waterways. The second is, other than port and harbor maintenance, they do not require much expenditure. Okay, so port and harbor maintenance is required, but once a ship is built or a boat is built, then it does not require money to be operated every day. Okay, then what are the disadvantages? However, the time consuming aspect of water transport is perhaps the biggest advantage. Yes, if you're traveling from airways from Europe to North America, then it might take certain hours. But if you are taking waterways, then it might take days. Yes, it might take days. So, because they are going to cross the whole ocean, whole Atlantic Ocean. So, you can imagine that it will take a lot of time. That is one of the disadvantage of waterways. The second thing is, also it is confined only to areas where waterways are present. For example, let's talk about Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, waterways mode of transport is not possible because we do not have any water body near to Rajasthan. Okay, so this kind of transportation form is not suitable or not actually available to us. Okay, after which rail, road or air transport act as feeders. Again, if you there is a if even if you are living near to a water body, even then you need to go to the waterways or to the harbor, and in order to go to a harbor or a port, you need certain other mode of transport, for example roadways or railways. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages of the waterways. Okay, now let's talk about today's homework. Okay, see, these are the question answers which you will be doing in your copy. Okay, this is the brief questions and these are the questions in detail. You are not going to do all these question answers today only, but certain question answers which we are doing, which to the extent to what we have read. Okay, now first of all, you will be doing the first question: what are the four major forms of transport? Okay, you will be marking the answer right now in the video itself. Okay, so here, coming to the first slide. Okay, first of all, you will write down the question and then the answer is given here. The answer will be the four major form of transportation are, and then you will name down 1, 2, 3 and 4: roadways, railways, waterways and airways. Right now you can pause the video and you can write down the answer here. Okay, so this is the first question. It's a small one. Then you will be doing the second question: who and in which year laid the foundation of railways in India? Coming back to the video, railways, you will have to go to railways. Okay, so this is the railway and your answer is here, from this part to this part. The foundation of the railway in India was laid by the British way back in the year 1853, when the first railway was laid between Bombay and Thane. So this is the answer of your second question. Pause your video and write it down. After that, you are going to do the third question also. Name the two main types of waterways. You can write it here also. The two main types of waterways are, the first, inland waterways. Second is your ocean. Right, it's ocean only. Let me check. Yes, it is ocean transport only. Ocean transport. Ocean transport. Okay, so these all you have to give the names only. Okay, the two main types of waterways are inland waterways and ocean transport. These two questions we will do later on, and then come to this question: enumerate the advantages of road transport. Again, we'll go to the video. The first slide. Yes. Okay, you have to write down the advantages. The advantages are clearly given here. Okay, roads have many, or you can write down, you can make it like roadways. Okay, roadways have many distinct advantages, and then you are going to write these 3 points: number 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Okay. Roadways have many distinct advantages. Number 1, they are comparatively easier and cheaper to build and maintain. Number 2, the door-to-door service flexibility provided by road act as a feeder to all other form of transport. And third is they serve as an extremely efficient form of transport over short distances and can be laid in mountainous, hilly and desert terrain. Okay, so this was your answer. Then the second one, what are waterways? Write 2 lines each on the different types of waterways along with examples. Again, going to waterways. First of all, you will give the okay. You will be giving these 4 points in introduction. Waterways has now become the most important form of transport over ocean. You do not have to write in points, but in a paragraph only. First of all, you will be writing from here till here, okay, in a paragraph form. Then you will change the line and you will write down there are 2 types of waterways, and then you will write down the first is inland waterways, and then you will write down the definition. These consist of navigable rivers, lakes and canal across which cargo and passengers are carried through mechanized boat and steamers. Example, the Rhone-Rhine Canal. Okay, then the second form of waterways is ocean transport. Again, you will write down the definition. One of the cheapest form of transport across continent is ocean transport, wherein ships carry larger loads as compared to road, railway and airways. Some of the busiest ocean routes are North Atlantic route connecting in eastern North America and western Europe. Okay, so this is your answer. You will whenever you will be doing the question answer, just pause the video and write down the answers from here only. Okay, so these are the questions which you will be doing. 5 questions, A, B and C, and then here A and B. Okay, whenever you will be doing your homework, you do not have to write in the perfect format. Just simply write down question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so these are the 5 questions which you will be doing today as a homework. That is your homework. Okay, go through the slides, understand everything. If there is any problem, ask and do the question answer. This is your homework for today. Okay, so thank you so much.